Batman v Superman featured one of the coolest scenes that I've ever seen in a comic book movie, but also one of the most confusing. I am of course talking about the Knighmare Batman sequence. Now if you're not really one to read comics, I'm sure you were completely lost during this scene. And if you do indeed read the comics, you may have been confused as well. Because to be honest, while this scene is cool, it was a little out of place, and they didn't really provide much explanation. So today, I'm gonna go ahead and break this down for you guys, as well as explain this scene to the best of my ability, and also tell you guys how Batman, Flash, and even Darkseid tie into all this. What exactly is the Knighmare Batman scene? Well, it's Batman's vision of a post-apocalyptic world. It was originally speculated that this is Batman's personal vision of what Superman could potentially become. But if you think about it, that doesn't really make much sense. This can't be a nightmare or a dream sequence because, well, the Flash shows up. One interesting fact about dreams is that you can only see faces that you already know, so you can't just make up a face. It has to be one that you've seen before. How could Batman see the Flash in a dream if he's never seen him before? And we know that Batman hasn't seen the Flash because of the scene where he hacks into the LexCorp servers, and he finds out about the metahumans. So I think this is actually a vision of the future. I think it's one of those time travel stories where you have to prevent the future from happening to save the world kind of thing. Yes, you did hear me correctly. Time travel. The Flash is actually capable of time travel through the power of the Speed Force. That's what I think Flash's big scene in Batman v Superman was. Him going back in time to warn Bruce so he can then prevent the future from happening. But that raises the question. What is this future that we get a glimpse of in Batman v Superman? Well, if you ask me, this is a future where Darkseid comes to Earth, and there's no Justice League to protect it. That's why I think Flash says, "Fear him and find us. You have to come find us, Bruce." Batman never assembled the Justice League in this future, which leaves Earth defenseless for Darkseid to take over. That's what's depicted in this scene. Who exactly is Darkseid? He's the tyrant ruler of a place called Apokolips, which is actually another dimension that is only accessible through BoomTube. To put it in simple terms, he comes from a place that's basically hell, and he's a douchebag. This future also has some parallels to the Injustice comics, specifically the Superman soldiers, and also the fact that Superman seems to be some sort of tyrant as well. And also the big thing, tying in once again to Flash's scene, he says this, "Listen to me, it's Lois Lane, she's the key." In the Injustice comics, what sets Superman off is the death of Lois Lane. And then, of course, in the Knighmare Batman scene, Superman says she was my world, and you took her from me. So this is what I'm thinking, and this is just speculation on my part. I'm thinking that in this future, Darkseid invades Earth, and somehow terraforms Earth into Apokolips. And then somewhere, somehow, Lois Lane dies, which will then leave a resurrected Superman devastated. I'm really just hoping that the way they bring Superman back in the movies isn't as lame as the way they brought him back in the Return of Superman storyline. As a result of the death of Lois Lane, Superman loses his tie to humanity. One of the themes in Batman v Superman was definitely that Lois Lane is the bridge between Superman and the people of Earth. And what I'm thinking is this is going to leave Superman open to Darkseid's manipulation, and Darkseid is going to brainwash Superman. Darkseid actually brainwashed Supergirl in Jeff Loeb's second Batman Superman arc. That's the best way I can personally explain this. For me, what really confuses me is how Superman dying and him coming back is going to play in all of this. It's definitely something that we will have to find out in Justice League Part 1, so a little bit of this is just going to come when we find out more in the future DC movies to come. Alright guys, so that is going to wrap up my Knighmare Batman scene explained. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see some of my other videos, you can go ahead and click on screen, or you can check some of the links in the description below. Either way, I don't care which one you use. Alright guys, have a great day, hope you guys enjoyed, peace!